The miniature video camera? I think it's a camera.
Yes, lady, this is a camera. I think it's easy to forget that people don't see our gear all the time or around all the tools we're around, and sometimes the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 looks kind of weird to people, right? Well, I'm here again. We did this last year. My name is Seth Miranda. I'm a pro photographer here in New York, and there's a lot of cultures and communities here, collector communities, artist communities, nerds of all type, any type of fandom. If you're into it, there's some kind of sector of it here at New York Comic Con, and the cosplay community, which I feel is symbiotic with our community, which I covered last year, the photo, video, lighting nerds. I'm gonna go see who I can find shooting here, what they're using to shoot, how they go about shooting, their setups, their philosophies, how they work, what they're really shooting for, from hobbyists to pros and everything in between. We're gonna see what's going on here at Comic-Con for the cosplay shoots mostly, but I'll try to get whatever I can because there's so much media here, it's insane. But this video did really well last year and you guys seemed really into it. So I'm gonna take you through my experience here at Comic-Con. It's a 4-day affair, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is Thursday today. We're not going to see that much action. It's more of a warm-up day. Friday's my favorite day. Saturday's insane, and Sunday is kids' day. We'll see if I even make it to Sunday. But either way, if you want to check out how this all works out and go in depth to like the foundation of what it's like to shoot here and the rules and stuff like that, check out the link down below for my video from last year. I'm going to do my best not to do a repeat completely of it, so this is worth watching. But either way, it should be a fun time. Before I jump in there, I just want to say a huge shout out to Reed Pop for throwing me a content creator pass. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you guys liked the video from last year. And maybe you're starting to recognize that the photo nerds are part of this as much as anyone else. And it's very cool that you got the content creator pass because we're the ones that come from the community. The press people are here translating it to the masses for all the other, civilians. But I think this was a very cool move on your part, and I know I appreciate it. I'm sure everyone else that got a pass appreciates it as well. So thank you so much, and hopefully you like this video as well, and I can go back next year, right? Those of you guys who know me in real life know I am a huge Little Nightmares fan, so I'm very excited for Little Nightmares 3. 1 and 2 are masterpieces. I know this one's done by somebody else, but I have faith in it. Also, I'm waiting for Silk Song, but that's a whole nother story, right? If you're into Little Nightmares, hit me up in those comments. So yeah, Thursdays are the chill day. This is the day that the biggest costumes don't show up. They don't want to waste those looks, right? And there is the lightest crowd, believe it or not. This is the light crowd, right? So it's actually kind of cool because it's like a warm-up day. Photographers can kind of check out what spots they want to set up camp at for the more busy days. They can also meet with cosplayers and not be total strangers if they were talking on social, and then set up a time for throughout the con to shoot. Or you can actually, see the show itself and then go do the things you got to do that you're really here for. So that's what I'm doing today, is I'm just kind of like roaming around, seeing what all the booths got, seeing who's here that I haven't seen in a while. What up?
Like last year.
And then I'm gonna try to go harder for my favorite day, which is Friday, and we'll see if I even make it to Saturday, which is just bananas. But it's a good year. Last year it was raining. This year it's a little cold. I love it cold, but we're gonna do it for you guys. So let's see how far this goes. Although Harley's here for the win. Harley's all here for the win. What's that, 4D?
Thank you.
It's a bait. That's the grown-up of this. That's the... The most authentic costume I've seen. State police, man, unbelievable. Looks so... Where'd you get that, off eBay? And then we come outside to the famous tunnel area that I told you guys about last year, where most of the cosplay setups take place. However, It is Thursday and we're still getting started. I mean, these people are still just getting in here. It is probably, I think we're still in the first hour of the show for the 4 days that we're gonna be here. There's gonna be nothing going on in this tunnel, but if you're new to this channel and didn't see last year, this is where primarily all the lighting setup type shoots go on. So everybody rushes to grab a piece of these walls, and this is usually how you can tell something was shot at New York Comic Con, because it's usually one of 3 versions of this wall. You're gonna see usually this pockmarked cement wall, or this super smooth stainless steel, which we've seen as a background, or the famous textured, I don't know what you would call this, ridged, ridged for extra pleasure wall with the metal, which we know from last year that Kenny over here likes shooting on. What's up, man?
My God, you remember me?
Of course I remember you. I did this. If you watched last year, this was the first guy we interviewed in that video. Well, guess what? He's first again. The only guy here on Thursday setting up. It's warm-up day, bro.
Well, yeah, but so my first New York Comic Con was 2019.
Yeah.
And I expected not to set up on Thursday because I thought I have to see what it's like inside. My benchmark was London Comic Con.
Okay.
And inside here on a Thursday, it's about 4 times the size of London Comic Con and about 4 times as busy on the quiet day. So I spent 3 or 4 hours blundering around. Anyway, I came out, to my amazement, there was a space it could set up. And on that first Comic Con, a cosplayer came out, Shannon, who was dressed in my all-time favourite Catwoman cosplay, the purple dress with a kind of green cape. And we become very close friends. She came back a few days later with her then boyfriend, now fiance, and in Halloween, husband, and I'm going to be the witness at their wedding.
Jeez.
And
see, that's called community, and that's how it's built.
Absolutely.
But you're setting up right now. I mean, you already got a carbon fiber travel stand going on here.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing much. We're in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah. It's I know from experience. Basically, particularly, it's chilly, so they'll come. The first couple of hours will be a write-off. But I've got regulars, friends that I've made over the years. I love this event. It's just an absolute joy to be here. I've fallen in love with New York. I come here every year, 5.5 weeks. Shot a great gig 2 nights ago, Fantastic Negrito, who's won 3 Grammys and is now my bro. And I'll be shooting the Village Halloween Parade.
Nice, very nice.
I'm basically living the dream.
Awesome, man. So has your setup changed at all since last year?
So
Has your setup for your shots changed at all?
Only in that this is a new carbon fiber tripod, light stand, because I was shooting WonderCon, and as the wind caught it, I accidentally stepped on a leg, and it buckled and saw me through the weekend, but that had to go. So this one's new, and actually one of the advantages of it actually goes a lot higher, and the legs can go completely flat. So I'm thinking more stable.
They're also round legs, which means you can step on them and not actually bend them.
That would be nice, yes. But
we've all been there.
Yeah.
You are the best sandbag, right?
I've got a couple. Yeah, well, there is that. Yeah, but so all good.
If you guys want to know how he gets shooting, check out video from last year. I'll put a link down below. You can actually see him at work in the busiest tunnel here. Last year was a good video. I hope it got you some followers, but I appreciate it.
I've actually not seen it. Can you send him?
All right, I'm cutting this right now. Jumping outside around the Kent, and this guy is running just body and lenses, no lights. So I figured let's stop him. Let's talk about what your decisions were with the gear and what you're trying to get out of these shots. So you're running Canon, I'm looking at, right?
Yes, sir.
So what are we looking at Canon-wise?
Canon R5 and a Canon R6.
And you got, I think you got the 7200 over there.
Yep.
And what do you got over here?
24 to 70.
Okay, so you got the half the 2/3 of the Trinity covered, basically. So what are you looking for in your shots? That we're seeing a lot of guys bring a lot of strobes, a lot of flash, a lot of stands. You're just running gun. So you're looking to stay in the daylight? Are you looking for shallow apertures? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a little bit of everything. I like portraits, but I like to look for those moments that people don't typically see. I'm looking to look for the light, looking to focus on just typical photography, composition, lighting, moments.
So you're approaching this more as a street photographer than you are as like, come to my setup and let me curate this.
Exactly, more like a photojournalist.
There you go. That's where it's at. Yeah. So where can they find some of your work to see what you're getting out of this?
You can find my work at CaughtByKent. That's my Instagram. But I'm working currently for Thomson Reuters.
Nice job, man. We'll check that out. And maybe, who knows, maybe in a few years we'll see what a giant set and be like, nah, that photojournalist stuff. There's so much stuff going on right in front of us. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Oh my God! We're the fantastic. Mess with us, you pay the price. Yo, Mean G. Yes, finally.
One, two, one more. One, two.
On a quiet Thursday, I found Tyler here. You can't miss this. I mean, look, what are you doing? Fallout right now?
That's right.
Fallout and, let me get this out of the way, 2 strobes, straight up speed lights on your Canon over here. So what is your philosophy on how you're going to light and get the shot for this?
So the best way to go ahead and do for this type of shot is that you're going to make sure to control the ambient light, because overhead fluorescence, as we know, is just horrible for getting raccoon lighting. So what I like doing is I can go ahead and make sure to fill in the flash with the subjects themselves, expose them for that, so that way when you go ahead and get the final shot, you go ahead and you eliminate them from the entire background itself.
Oh my gosh, this thing's going great. There we go. Cool, there you go. So totally mitigated to get a black frame first, then all the light you're recording is your strobe. Thus, it's not psychotically green gross, and it's not... So, all right, cool, man. Where can they find your social?
So all my socials are going to be Hidden May Productions, HYNMAY, and I'll be on over and be able to do this for all the different cons. I just came back from LA Comic Con. I was over at FanX, and I'll be over at the Fallout event that's going to be coming up over in November.
World tour over here. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Because Melania is insane. Beautiful, beautiful. Hello.
That was good.
So good. I told you we run into repeat people. I found Nathan again, and Nathan did something cool last year. He made the camera, the cosplay, and guess what? We're back at it. What happened here?
So this is another one, just trying different variations on it. This is from Bioshock.
Yep. One of the best IPs of all time.
Yeah. So just trying to come up with clever ways to base it around the camera.
What's in there for real?
This is just a Canon Rebel.
Flip it around? And now turn around?
That one. There we go.
Cool. Nice. Well, how hard is it to use like this?
I've played around with it, so it's better now. Like,
okay.
I had to fix the flash a bit, but I kind of like this because I've got the flash concealed in there, nice diffuser on it. So.
I'm really glad he did a new one. It shows you that he's just like, what else can I do with this? And it's kind of cool that it's not a costume, but it is a costume. Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
All right, thank you.
Can I get you to take a picture?
Yeah, I can take it for you.
I told you we'd run into repeat offenders. I got my man Lawrence over here, and boy, you are all kitted out. I know he just said, I just got out of Fashion Week. I deserve this. What does that even mean?
Listen, I'm treating myself. I'm having fun. Like, it's New York Comic Con. I mean, it's Fashion Week again, but oh man, like everything I love and like with nerddom, it's here. It's for all of us.
Honestly, it really is like Fashion Week, but I feel like it's more like of the community more than of a business or an industry.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I ran into like so many people here, even before I got here. Like I ran into mad people that I knew on the subway, and it's like, yeah, it's New York Comic Con time again.
Yeah, I was walking here. Some guys, you doing it again? I'm like, yep, doing it again. Yep, let's go do it again. Is there anything new in the kit this year? It looks like you got the Ronin going. You got
yeah. I mean, I had this last year, but it wasn't on camera. But S5 IIX, S9, the most hated camera on YouTube right now. But I love it, especially for this. I'm ready.
You are fronting for Lumix right now. The S5 IIX wasn't even out last year, so this has to be a new set.
No, it was out last year.
The 2?
Yeah, the 2X.
Okay,
yeah.
so I probably did a video on it, and I don't even. This is how much stuff comes out, guys. So what kind of lens are you rocking?
35 1.2 Sigma art lens. Be able to get both of the best worlds, so both environmental and a little bit of portrait if I need to. And then I just use the S9 for like fun moments, just like thumbnails, any like quick snapshots.
Well, you got the ND filter on the S5 IIX. At 1.2, you've got to be running into issues with video, and that's why you're going to knock some light out, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
What ND filter are you using, and do you see any color shift?
So I'm not going to say the name, the Polar Pro Peter McKinnon, the second one. This is a 2-5. No color shift any at all. I love it a lot. In fact, I have the 6-9 with me just in case. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm having fun.
You look ready. You got like 16 pockets going on. He's got the pockets on the pockets with the more pockets. I mean, but this is really what it's like. So my pockets are full with just vloggy stuff, and I feel ashamed by it. But
no backpack, gang.
No backpack. That's what's up. Because they will stop. You got to go through security. They got to go through everything. You got to explain a bunch of things, and then your back's killing you all day. You're watching it out of the corner of your eye when you put it down. Like, I get it. Everybody has their own philosophy, and this is kind of the point of this video, is to see you guys the different options and see what's right for you within your budget, within what you're trying to do. And I'll put his stuff down below so you can see what he's been getting out of his equipment and his style. But if you want, check out last year's video. My man was here killing it last year too. Man, look, I feel like you got you got like a glow up. You got like a makeover going on. Look at this guy.
I got a haircut.
I kind of like go in and do a bad movie thinking it's going to be bad, and then they like, dang, it really did mess this up.
Oh, that's why she wrote the
All right, I'm in the main lobby of the Javits Center, and usually with this wall, you'd expect it to have been shot in the tunnel. Nicholas over here is like staking up here. I mean, you're camping out here with a couple of, actually more than a couple strobes, and your Canon. What's going on here? Why here and not the tunnel?
So I got a couple appointments coming up soon, which is why I got the stakeout. And why not the tunnel? I really like this neutral gray. It really comes out really, really nicely. In fact, I just finished a couple shoots already, and I don't know if it's going to come out on camera very well, but the colors are just the colors just come out really, really well. The neutral gray allows me to add some creative colors on the gels.
Yeah.
And what I'm rocking over here, I got two 8200s, and as a fill light, or sometimes as a main light, I'll hold it by hand. I just got a V1. And between these three, it just gives me so much creative freedom. I'm using a variable 24 to 70 on the R8. It packs, so much power and so much flexibility, and it lets me do whatever I want creatively. And it's just wonderful, and people really appreciate it.
So you keep on talking about this as the neutral gray, but everyone else is setting up in the tunnel. Everyone else is using the same cement over there.
Yep.
What is it about inside as opposed to outside that made you go, no, this is my spot? And by the way, he really is he's camped out here. There's Chinese food here and everything. He's totally sticking out.
I think what it really allows me to do is, because it's such a great gray, I can throw colors up on here. The tunnel is great, don't get me wrong, but because I get a little bit of extra shade over here, I get a little bit more control. If I really crank down that aperture, I have absolute complete control, and I get a really nice black.
So that's interesting, because I thought what he was going to say was, oh, I mix in this ambient light because you get a lot more sunlight in through here, but you're actually working to cancel it out anyway. But what I got to say, he's got his own little world going on here. So while it's so hectic in the tunnel, I think the smart play here is you're kind of the only one here, and you can grab whatever cosplay. It's not distracted by 40 other photographers.
Right, and that gives me so much flexibility. You know, I get a little bit more calm, and I really get to express myself creatively. And with this space that I have, the possibilities are endless.
And you've scheduled people to come and shoot with you, so you're not grabbing them so much right now.
I'm almost fully booked right now. It's wonderful.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how do you go about finding these people to book with you?
They find me, actually, just word of mouth. I'm so fortunate, has been more than enough. And right now, like I try to fit in, like for example, if I have 15 minutes right now, I'll try to fit in some strays. And I come here mostly to do it. I offer some paid packages and I offer free packages. So I want everybody to have a chance to really capture something and bring something home, and you know, just make these memories. It's so much fun.
And word of mouth happens from building relationships and doing right by people when they're in front of your lens. So take care of those people, give them what they want, do what you do, and they're going to come to you for what you do. Where can we find your shots?
I'm on Instagram, and that's probably the best place. Yeah, the tag is Aurora Dragon. That's 0 instead of an O on Dragon.
They always forget that I'm going to put a graphic at the bottom, which is so adorable, by the way. We'll take a look at it. Thanks so much, man.
My pleasure. Oh.
Looks amazing. Thank you so much. Are you? I am, yes.
It's like to have like
Take 1 step forward. 1 step. Yep, perfect. Just right back here.
All right, walking through the hectic lobby, and the first thing I see that's sticking out to me, not all the cosplay, not the giant stuff, I'm looking at this ring light right here. Jonathan, what is going on? What is it? First of all, Fujifilm and a ring light. I don't think anyone else has this set up here. What is happening?
I got an XT5 35mm 1.4, but I got the R200 ring light on here.
Okay.
Just trying to see if I can keep the light consistent, and since it has that like flatter look when you take these pictures, maybe it fits with the characters better.
Are you exposing for ambient and filling, or are you canceling it all out?
I am exposing for ambient.
Okay.
So kind of just filling when I can and not trying to blow out any, highlights. It's really easy to blow them out with this thing, yeah.
See, that's the way to use a ring light. It's just on-access fill that stays consistent no matter what light you're in. That's this guy's thinking. See this? But you're running the power to the back.
Yeah, I got the A2 on the harness here.
And that's holding out pretty good all day?
Pretty good. Yeah. It's pretty good. Last time I did an off-camera flash with the pole, it was too much. So I'd rather
You're taking more time to set up than you are to get the shot, right?
Exactly. You're hustling to try to pull out pull out the pole and get it high. So it's too much.
I will say though, if you have off-camera flash, you have more chance to shape the light. But if you don't care and you just want to get more of a natural with a little bit of fill, we're in an amazing greenhouse right here.
We got good ambient light already. It's diffused, so just get a little more drama with this.
And are you shooting shallow, like 1.4? You are?
Shallow, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get crisp images. I'm trying to get a little bit more art style.
And so what that's going to let them also do is keep that strobe power low and keep that battery going for the whole day, basically.
Comic-Con's closing late this year, so you gotta stretch that battery life.
Yeah, and it's Thursday, so you got 3 more days of this. So good luck with that. Where can they find some of your shots?
Tokicam, so TOKICAM at Instagram.
None of these guys realize I'm putting a graphic at the bottom. It's adorable. I love it every year. Thanks so much, man.
All right, thanks.
what is this costume?
Yo, it's not just about community. I got press here, right? I ran into Jack from Channel 11. If you're in New York, you know WPIX. Of course, yeah. I mean, this is like a classic staple of this networking industry, and you are rocking, man, with this. What do we got going on here?
What do I got? I mean, I don't know. What do you want to know?
What model? What lens? What are we doing?
Come on, you're asking. What is this, a pop quiz? I don't know.
Come on. Come on.
We got a Canon lens. I got a Sony rig here. I use this for live.
He's so technical. You see this? You're pretty much so how about workflow? You're just throwing it on sticks, trying to find shots. Is this like floating shots, B-roll?
We find people to interview, but you know, getting B-roll on sticks, off the shoulder, whatever it takes. You know, thing like this, you got to be sort of mobile, and you know, it comes to you. Okay. The good stuff comes to you. You can stand in one place at Comic-Con and it all comes to you. So, you know.
What kind of video format are we talking here? What resolution? What are we doing?
This is HD. We broadcast in HD. 1080p. But, you know, 1080p, right? So, yeah, I mean, you know, this is broadcast TV. Down and dirty, this is usually not, you know, we're out in the streets running around. This is a different vibe than usual. So.
You can tell by the way this guy's talking, he's done this for a while.
Veteran right here.
What's the turnaround for what you're capturing to where it's going?
Today, what time is it right now? We got to be live at 4, 5, and 6. I'll cut a package for about a minute and a half, and you got about an hour to do it. By the time I sit down and start editing on Adobe, and you know, that's it. Every day is the same thing. About a minute and a half. You got about an hour to cut it. You see it on TV.
Is this one of the funnest events you have to cover?
Yes, this is the funnest event because it's not doom and gloom, no stabbing, no shooting. This is the coolest. You know what I mean? This is a walk in the park. 100%. So, you know.
Where can they see this if they want to stay up on it?
WPIX, pix11.com. You'll see it on TV, Channel 11. So look through this.
That's true. That's old school native New York press right there. Enjoy that one. Sick.
You're not putting your mask on?
No mask.
Oh, cool.
You look a lot like Tom Holland. Honestly. He's fine with that. You're doing perfect. Sick. Thank you very much.
This is wonderful.
Thank you very much.
It's so good.
My husband did it. Dr. Doom, Iron Man.
I love it.
That's
very good work.
That's also really nice. Thank you.
So as Thursday burns on, I'm actually finally finding some photography setups going on over here. I found Jay. What's up, Jay?
How you doing? How's everything?
You brought a friggin' C-stand, bro.
Yes, definitely. Every time.
I think this might be the first guy, outside of the guy that was officially doing stuff, like just someone coming here to shoot, that brought a C-stand. What is going on over here? Talk to me.
Well, I bring my C-stand just for the extra security. You know, I bring my cart with me every time I come. It's just over there.
Yeah.
So I'm able to carry all of this stuff. So I have my C-stand up here with my 8600 on it, as well as both of my 200s back here for backlights.
Yeah.
Very big on the color gels. So
he pulls out a stack like it's
so use a lot of colors and stuff like that. So the 8200s definitely help a lot for that, help fill in the backgrounds. But that's mostly it. Main light, of course, for the 8600.
And you're sharing it with your man over here?
Yes. Yeah, this is my guy right here, definitely.
So you guys trade off as far as like whenever, are you scheduling these? Are they just coming by and you're grabbing them?
They're coming by and I'm grabbing them. I know he has a couple of them scheduled. What we do most of the time is, he'll take pictures or he'll see somebody and he's like, hey, I want to see how you would take that picture of them. He'll bring them over so that he can see how that picture comes out, and he loves it. So it's kind of like we working together.
I gotta say, that's like very rare in an elbow deep industry where we're just trying to jock for position. So that's very cool to see. Where are these shots going? Just IG, just chilling?
So they're going on Instagram, they're also going on my website. Can I shout that out?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so it's jffphotos.com. It's actually on the back.
Of course it is. Of course it's on the sweatshirt.
It'll be on both of those.
This is New York hustle at its finest. When you got the stuff on your back while you're shooting, people are just checking out your work, which is great. But we're seeing this a lot of like color rim lights, two, one on each side, and then a key. You're going with, I think that's what, a 3-foot octa over here?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
600 on that?
A 600 on there, yeah.
All right, cool. And what are you doing to make sure that this C-stand is safe? Because I don't know if you know, but we're all crazy about our C-stand safety here.
So I have my bag on there. It has a couple of things in it that I kept to be weighted. I also made sure that I put the front leg out.
Yeah, you did.
So that it doesn't fall forward. And, you know, I don't stay too far away from it. Also, when it gets a little too windy, I'll hold on to it until it stops, and then I'll get back to it if anything.
Well, luckily you're in the tunnel, which is good. I think that's part of the benefit of being in the tunnel is that you have some control over that. But overall, I mean, it's Thursday. It's been pretty light.
Yes.
Yeah, so Friday we're going to get hectic in here. Are you going to get here early to make sure you get a spot?
I'm getting here every day at 11:30.
That's not early.
It's not, but it's early enough. Nobody's in the tunnel yet.
He doesn't want it, people. He doesn't want it. Oh, I didn't even go over your camera. What are you shooting with?
This is a Canon RP with a 2470 2.8.
So really light setup right there, and 3 lights, and boy, you're going for it with the grip. So all the weight went to the grip on this one, on his cart.
Yeah.
Once again, where can they find your stuff?
On Instagram at JF Photos or jfphotos.com.
Cool, man. Yo, we'll check out your work. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
These are all mystery boxes curated by whatever you're a fan of. So if you're into Venom like I am, there's a Venom box. But this is a massive wall of mystery, I'll tell you that.
$5 for taxi.
Still going. I know, it's the longest B-roll ever, right? I know. But this is what you get. Everything's huge at Comic-Con. So we've been seeing a lot of setups, a lot of lights, a lot of whatever, but I got Marleen running and gunning. I mean, literally, I just watched you just go, and someone just stopped right for you. What do you got going on here? What's the setup and what are you looking for?
Yeah, so I have a Canon R6 Mark II. Pretty simple today, just 24 to 105, just to get those close-up and the wide shots as well. Today I'm just looking for unique costumes and also nostalgic costumes. Like I ran into Sandy and Squidward, so you know, just looking for a range of things, and also a little bit of action, some stories. So
I hate how SpongeBob is nostalgia, by the way. It's really, I know. But are you looking for more candid, like on the fly, like street style, or are you really trying to get them to notice you and then connect and get a shot, like kind of posed?
I think a combination of both. If I see someone and I kind of capture them and then we connect, I'm just like, hey, do you want to actually do a pose shot? Because some people may want to embody a certain character and such. So kind of a combination of both. I definitely think there's beauty in just capturing people as they are, because they're not really paying attention as much and they're more natural. But it's a con. Everyone's trying to be a different character. So why not let them be in character if they'd like to?
Yeah, I think the philosophy is like, are you capturing the event or are you shooting the cosplay, right? Because if it's the event, it's more like finding moments. But if you're trying to get something for the character, you want to stop them for a second, I think. Yeah, unless you want Squidward like eating like a chicken wing down at the, like that's what's I kind of fun. I think it's super funny when someone's like all in gear, but they're eating a Big Mac.
Yeah.
Where can they find your work?
So I am on Instagram at Solely Creating, SOLELY Creating.
Cool. Check it out. Thank you so much. You got the face. Yes. I got it. Hey, Logan. So cool, bro. Thank you. Oh, we know this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this king guy over here.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Just doing my thing. You can see it's not a shiny wall from outside.
It's a nice matte concrete wall, but you're doing all natural light right now?
All natural light, yes.
Sorry for interrupting. I got to throw it down for our community.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you know this, but they gave me a content creator pass this time. They saw the video. So what I'm hoping is maybe this becomes a designated area because they recognize it. What would you say to that?
They can stay outside. Really, they can just stay out there. I can use this. I mean, like I told you last year, I walk around. I don't post up on one spot. So whatever works for you, works for you.
The rest of you can leave hate comments down in
Y'all know me. One King Garcia, right? I read it.
If you want, check out the video from last year where I caught up with him, and yeah, man, it's good seeing you.
Yeah, you too.
Now we're recording.
This is the first time. This is take one and action. Go.
So it's New York Comic Con, and I'm on the floor for a change. And I always run into somebody I know. And what do you know? The one and only Bob Wulff.
Yes. Hi. How you doing? Hey. How is it going?
Bob Wulff has a massive channel, and it's an awesome channel. We had him on Coffee with Creators because he talks a lot about retro video games, emulators, stuff like that. But he's actually here with a camera for a change, a Fujifilm X106, because he's so trendy.
Yeah, it's the cool Instagram one that everybody's using. I don't know why. No, I know why. Because it's got the nice film simulations. You can just point and take a picture and everything looks great.
There's way more to it than that.
Oh, explain it to me.
Okay, so I have a whole video on this. The Fujifilm X100 series is like the photo nerd camera. You've got a leaf shutter. That means that you can get up to 2,000th of a second flash sync. Yeah, you have built-in mechanical ND filters, 4 stops.
It's great. 4 stops?
Yeah.
1 stop.
4 stop.
It's 2.
4.
Actually, no, 2.
4.
But wait.
The X100.
Not 4 in total. 4, just 4 stops.
4 stops.
Or no stops.
Oh my God, I hate you. It has 1 mechanical ND filter that's a total of 4 stop density.
Okay, thank you.
So that lets you shoot super shallow and still knock out all that light so it's not overexposed.
Yes, the built-in ND is amazing. I wish every camera had built-in NDs. That's the best part about it. And that and the film simulations.
Also, it's a rangefinder style camera, so you can have a hybrid EVF or shoot optically if you want.
Yeah, this is for people who don't like change. There's zero reason to have this. When I take a picture, I want to know what it's gonna look like when the picture's a picture. I don't want to know what real life looks like. I have an eye for that.
All you rangefinder fiends, leave him a comment down below and let him know exactly what you're talking about.
That's like when everybody was like switching from DSLRs to mirrorless. Everyone's like, oh, but it's too small. I need a big thing in my hand. All you photo guys were too afraid of mirrorless.
Oh no, let's talk about you bitchy gamers. How about that?
I do every day. I talk about bitchy gamers every day.
But I mean, I was gonna bring mine, but I was like, nah, maybe I'll bring it tomorrow, or whatever. But
you brought a camera.
I brought a camera, and this thing has really been a game changer for me, and I hope you guys appreciate this. But I think it's really interesting to talk to Bob because he's a content creator, and he's looking at this from a different eye. A lot of people are coming here with full-on setups. He's like, well, don't knock over my coffee. That coffee cost me $8.
Move over towards the coffee.
Oh, it's you.
Oh my God.
Hey, how's it going?
Look at this. He's recognized. He's recognized.
I have 1 Game Boy game left. Here you go.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Oh
Wait.
my gosh.
What is happening?
So crazy.
You're giving away Game Boy games and I didn't get one?
I
Are you
have 1 more left, but I lied. I have 2 here.
Yo, Wulff Den Game Boy game. That's cool.
It's been my dream to be part of those random YouTube Shorts giveaways.
Here you go.
Wait, what just happened here?
I don't know. You tell me. You were here too. I black out when that happens.
Wait, did you put out an all points bulletin that you're giving away Game Boy games?
I tweeted about it. Yes.
Yeah, I totally follow your Twitter. I'm never on Twitter anymore. It's like
I don't blame you.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, I don't like Twitter either, but I'm addicted to it. So
that's pretty cool. You just made that kid's life. He recognized you, and then he got a game, and he's like,
he doesn't know what a Game Boy game is. He wasn't around. He wasn't in the trenches like we were. You know,
with the no backlight, having to wait.
So he's got to learn. Someone's got to teach him.
Your parents had the drive, and you had to time your playing as the street lights were going over the car, so you could see what you were doing on Game Boys.
Yeah, that was 1 frame a second.
Was it really?
Because of street lights.
Oh, Jesus, man. So overall, what's your number one thing you come to Comic-Con for? Because I know you're going to show up here and leave.
So I've been to Comic-Con for the past 15 years, probably every year. And lately, for the past 5 or 6 years, I come on the Thursday, roll in at 2 or 3 o'clock, take a bunch of pictures for an hour on the floor, and then leave. And I go, it's the same every year.
You're so crushing. It's like
it's the same every year, man. Every time they have the same stuff. Also, they have Anime NYC. Have you ever been to that?
Yeah.
It's literally the exact same thing. Just remove all the comic stuff. This place has so much anime stuff that it feels like the exact same thing when you go to anime.
Yeah, that's my rule with the cosplayers. Like, if I don't know what it is, it's got to be anime.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is. But anime, they actually lock down half of this place. It's even smaller.
Yes.
And all the food trucks are in the tunnel. They can't even shoot the cosplays.
They do have an arcade set up for rhythm games and stuff. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
But they got no room here because this place is absolutely mobbed.
So why doesn't Wulff then set up a booth and do something different here?
It's expensive. That's it.
Get a sponsor, you mook.
Yeah, okay, Adorama. How about Adorama? Set up a booth. I'll come.
I'm actually trying to get Adorama to take a booth.
I think another camera company had a booth here one year.
I never saw it. Honestly, I never saw it, so I don't know.
Adcom's here all the time. They were last year. They were right here.
Everybody's here all the time. I just saw Ryobi Power Tools and
no, they were here last year.
What is going on? And man, my hair's going nuts. And the eBay booth is actually cool for a change.
I did not see it.
They have like a live auctioneer on there.
Oh my God! They're giving away CGC comic books.
I don't know what they're doing, but either way, there's some. Remember when there was like Geico bus here for years? Like, they know there's a lot of people here, which means money, which means they sell it to whoever will take it. That's basically the bottom line. But
advertising.
I think you could come together and figure out something with all the people you know in the same community to put together some sort of something together.
For why? For what reason?
Yeah. This is
all of our stuff is online. People can just go online to see it. They don't have to come to a thing, you know?
This is your role model, kids. I'm going to put links to Bob's channel. Go check it out. If there's anything you've learned from him, it's how to actually build a channel, do proper content, and if you got to do ad spots, he does really amazing creative ad spots that makes you want to watch the commercial. I actually really appreciate them a lot. I do.
Recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure this time.
Was this sponsored by Magic Spoon or anything?
You tell me. This is your channel.
No, I have no sponsors. I wish I did. I just hit 110K though, so I should probably start looking at them.
Subscribers?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know how.
It's about time, dude.
You gotta tell me to get some sponsors though.
Check your email.
Oh yeah, there you go. Listen, I'll put the links down below. Bob, thanks for hanging out with me, man. Appreciate you.
Dude. Thanks for seeing me.
All right, so this light right here is the special time of day that happens at the Javits Center. You see over here is a giant wall of windows, and you can see the sun is ripping right through there. It's a nice diffused light, and it's bouncing off of this gray floor, neutral color, right? So it's gonna give some nice fill light. So everyone's kind of taking their setups and turning off the strobes and going for it with phones and just getting the light that they want to get naturally. And you can see everybody here is just shooting each other, getting shots. I don't care if it's with a phone, with a camera, whatever, but it's a really good vibe. And, this is really what it is. Who cares what they shoot it with? As long as they're having fun and enjoying it, and all this is paying off. All the hard work on the costumes, and the people that want to get the shots are getting their shots, and the people that want shots are getting those shots as well. So it's a really cool, like, magic time, I call it, at New York Comic Con. And I mean, look, even my man that we saw with the ring light is over here. Look at this. He's here. Everybody's here. See, it's that time of day. Isn't it that time of day where the light comes in and bounces off the floor?
Exactly. It's the best part. It's the dramatic lighting.
See, I'm not making this up. This is nerd certified, I promise. This is diffused light coming off a giant window, breaking apart on a neutral, glossy floor to give us some nice fill light. It's really beautiful and still looks natural. It still gives some shape. That's the key. So, yeah, if you ever come to New York and go to the Javits Center, early afternoon, get to the side of the Javits Center. I mean, this is a massive endeavor, honestly. But this is what community does. It comes together and does cool things, right?
Oh, Seth? What are you doing over here?
I mean, everybody's lined up with a ton of natural light. Everyone's shutting their strobes off, except for this guy right here. This guy right here who just fired a strobe. As soon as I said that, this strobe right here, which is gonna magically cover this entire array of people, by the way. All these photographers lined up to use that natural light coming through those windows that bounces off this amazing neutral gray floor and is gonna get you a group shot of dozens of cosplayers in one shot. This is total orchestration. There you go, look at that. Oh, nice. Oh.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Break. Oh, I thought they were going to go into a circle pit. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to keep it there for Thursday. Pretty hectic Thursday. Probably the busiest I've seen in a few years, honestly, which is great. A lot of good costumes, some photographers. But we're going to see more tomorrow for Friday. You're going to see things go up a notch. A lot more costumes, bigger costumes, and a lot more photographers and setups going on. But we had a pretty good day. A giant, massive group photo. I'm glad we caught that. And, you know, the tortoise. I mean, was she not beautiful? And, of course, the tortoise had a costume. Duh, like, obviously. Anyway, let's go pop over for the next day on Friday. Because despite what Bob Wulff just said, it is a little different. It's the people that make it different, and it's the way the community is organic and makes things different. I love you, Bob, but I'm going to disagree with you on that. The floor might have the same things for the most part, but it's the people that make the con, and that's kind of what this video is about, I guess I'd say. Anyway, you can check out last year's video down below in the comments, in the description, and let's just cut over to Friday. All right, day 2, and I gotta be very honest with you. I feel like this video isn't shaping up as well as last year's video so far. So I'm gonna try my best today, but I gotta be brutally honest with you. I am definitely feeling burnout at this point. If you follow me at all, you might have seen a ton of videos from my channel and other channels I'm a part of. And that's all been within the last few days, straight up, no joke, in between other jobs and other things, right? Live streams and whatever else. So not making excuses. I hope this video comes together, but if you want, check out last year's video if you're new to this channel. It was pretty good, and not much has changed really, right? Like, we're still talking to photographers. The gear is still pretty much within realm of being up to date. It's not like it's outdated, so to speak. But I'm gonna try to have some fun today. I know a few of my friends are here and they're going pretty hard. So let's see if I can find them and see what they're getting up to. But again, I apologize if this is coming off a little meh. Last night on the way home, I was like, oh man, I should have asked this. Why didn't I bring up that as a topic? Why didn't I get B-roll of this? Like, I kept on finding these gaps. I just wasn't thinking quick enough. And I think you can tell from my voice I'm a little bit worn out, but I'm going to try my best, guys. Not making excuses, but hopefully this comes together. All right, so a couple things. I was trying not to get repetitious from last year, and I got to tell you, it's been a lot of single light, same size box, travel stand, and I'm not hating on any of that. It's just how much is there to talk about or go over. So I'm noticing that a lot. Also, last year, a lot more film guys. We had medium format, Polaroid, all sorts of things like that. Not really seeing that this year so far. And also, a note on this DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I wish they made it so that the entire frame had a red line around it when you're recording, so you know if you're recording, because I gotta tell you, you get these weird messages and stuff telling you what's connected, what's not, and you don't realize you're not recording. Ask Bob Wulff about that moment when I had to realize, oh, we weren't recording that whole time. So I didn't record any of it. I missed a lot of moments when I just had to turn this thing on, open on the fly to grab something, and between the couple of seconds it takes to boot up and get itself together and the fact that I can't tell if I'm recording or not, I missed a few cool things, but nothing detrimental. I'm going to keep on scrounging around, see who's here, but for the most part, I don't know what I'm going to really cover else. It's just really cool to see everybody here psyched up and a lot of energy. But as far as going deep diving on photo setups, I don't know. We'll see what we can find. So I was looking for a cosplayer to get the other side of it. I know a lot of people here, but I had to get like a veteran, like someone that's got a legendary status, someone that's got a brand, someone's been around forever, trailblazing for those that are coming down, because I think it's important you guys get the other side of the perspective. This is Erica Fett. What's going on?
Hi, everyone.
So you've been doing this for a long time, which means you've needed content yourself. You've worked with a lot of photographers. If someone's approaching you cold, whether it's in person here or on your media, what are green flags you look for? What are red flags?
Green flags is just when I am contacted via like an actual good medium, whether it be like through my booking page, not so much like reaching out on different websites. So like if I have a website and you go through my website and actually do my booking form, that to me shows that you've actually taken the time to like look at my brand, look at my website, and reach out through my proper medium. As far as like DMs, if I receive a DM from a photographer and let's obviously I go to their profile. It's really important that I see a good variety of their actual portfolio on the profile. So if you say, hey, I shoot pictures, but I go to your page and there's only pictures of like cars, that's not gonna reach out, that's not gonna speak to me as like, this is someone who's going to shoot kind of the medium that I need.
You don't want to see our lunch? You don't want to see what we're eating that day?
I mean, it's great to have like, it's great to show who you are and have a personality, but I think a good thing is like showing that portfolio, showing the diversity of the portfolio, what kind of shots that you shoot that could benefit me as well as you. And even though like I've been around for 15 years.
Oh wow, really? Has it been 15 years?
Oh my gosh, it has been like 15 years. It's actually since 2008.
I feel like I just blinked.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Oh, no.
But
You've been around that long?
I have been around for a while. But I am, even if people don't reach out to me via my website through that form of media, I'm okay with receiving DMs. But like that's the thing too, is when I go to your page, I want it to be a page where I feel comfortable shooting with that person too.
Because this isn't a hobby for you. This is a brand and a business for you, right? So it is an actual professional setting that you're looking for, which I think people overlook in this area because it's such a fun environment.
Yes.
It's DIY environment.
Yes.
So as a creative aspect, if you got hit by 10 people, what are the things you look for in the actual concept and style of the shot that you go, this will work for me?
Yeah. So I've done everything from cosplay, pinup, boudoir, fashion. So I've been all over the place. But a big thing is like I said, if someone reaches out to me and all they have are shots of like old school cars.
Okay.
That's not going to work for what I do.
Like this has happened a lot.
Yeah, it has a few times. It has a few times. And it's like if you shoot cars and you shoot models, then show that on your profile. Like really show what you're trying to shoot with people, because a lot of girls, especially doing what I do, we have different mediums that we shoot for. A lot of girls that do cosplay do pinup as well. Okay. And it goes the other way around. There's girls who do fashion but also do like pinup and boudoir. So if you're someone who is versatile and you shoot multiple things, having that on your profile is great, because then it kind of gives me an idea, oh, okay, this person is shot with this person and this person and this person. And I think that goes into the fact of having that on your portfolio and showing that you work with other people also helps show that you know how to make people comfortable in the shoots as well.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that happens in the cosplay shooting side of things is a heavy post-edit, which is like part of the fun. They make like laser beams and all sorts of stuff. But then there's also a chance you might never see those photos, right?
Yes.
So how do you deal with those situations?
I think transparency. It's okay to be busy, and especially with us doing conventions, sometimes you get you have a lot of content and it takes a while to go through. I think for me, I'm very patient. So I think just having the photographer say like, hey, listen, I have a backlog right now that goes 2 months. I will get these to you by the beginning of the year. Just having that transparency is great. And even if you don't have the entire 15 images completely edited, maybe just send one to get us by in that meantime that just shows, hey, listen, I wanted to get this to you right now, but let me really work on getting these done by this date. And I think at the end of the day, we all are content creators. We know that life happens, right? You want to give people grace and the benefit of the doubt. So just having that transparency that even if you are busy, that's great. That's even better for you. But just having that transparency, like, hey, listen, I might be a little behind, but let me give you this little edit right now. And then that way it'll get you through until I am good.
It's like anything else, relationships, treat people right. Communication is key, and don't go cold. I mean, I think a lot of you guys, I'm sorry to scold you. I feel like I'm always yelling at you, but if you shoot, you took their time, and they could have been shooting with someone that got them something they could use. And again, this is her brand, this is her livelihood. So as much as it's fun, stay in touch, give them something to work with in the meantime, give them an appetizer, whatever. It's okay, just make sure you deliver, because that's what being a pro is always delivering.
Yes.
We expect you to come correct, we've got to come correct, right? Where can they find you if they don't know you?
So I'm Erica Fett on everything. So Erica.Fett on Instagram, Erica Fett on Twitter, EricaFett.com. I also have a podcast called Camp Cryptid and a new TCG that's based on cryptids called Cryptid Camp. So I am all over the cryptid, horror, and sci-fi world, and I love it.
All right, cool. I'll put the graphic down below. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, you are so welcome.
Have a great con.
Thank you so much.
Later.
Thank you.
All right, so if you couldn't tell, today is the hectic day. So I'm gonna bob and weave and try to find my buddy ChrisRWK, known artist in New York, coming from Staten Island, do a signing here today. Haven't seen him in a while. Let me go see what booth he's at, try to get him say what's up, and throw some elbows to get there, I guess. I gotta check Instagram because I don't even know what booth number he's at. I don't go to Staten Island. It's the only time I get to see him. This looks like the spot. Got people everywhere. You remember Francisco? Oh man, I don't have the mic on. It's all good. I'm running to people everywhere. I remember Francisco from last year.
How are you? How you doing?
My man was like, I got it. I don't got to shoot this year. I'll sit this out.
I had to take a break for a little bit.
It's all good. We know, that's the one thing is it's always there when you're ready to come back.
Yes, I can't wait to get some new products anyway. I've been looking at some new cameras.
I got some stuff to talk to you about. Hold on, I got to say hi to this fucking guy. What's up, Chris? It's been a while, man.
Fucking years.
Yeah.
For storage. Cap comes out, but it's magnetized, so it goes right back in. Let's go. It's got belt on the bottom.
So this guy, if you come to New York Comic Con or a lot of New York events, you recognize this guy. I finally grabbed him. I'm always like, he's hustling really hard. I don't want to bother him. This is Roy shooting for Getty Images today. And man, I got to tell you, out of everyone down there, you're just running through cosplays like crazy, but you come with a specific setup. You work really fast. What are you shooting for? And what are you trying to get?
So I'm shooting for the house for Comic-Con, and I'm trying to get that to show that there's a diversity of characters. I'm looking mostly for people who have like original costumes, not like stuff that's bought. I'm looking for stuff that's homemade or stuff that looks like really production ready. I'm looking, and I want to get them in a way that they're kind of isolated from everything. So, but still within the event, so we can see that it is inside the event. I use a 3 light setup. I use a Nikon Z9. And a 7200, and
you're running 2 bodies. Do you swap between lenses? Is that the whole key?
Yeah. So some shots I want to get like a wider perspective, or the thing is too big to fit in the 7200, so I'll go with the 1424.
And when you shoot, do they ever ask you for the images? But you're like, hey, it's for Getty. Check Getty. Is that how it goes?
That always happens. But the only answer is, hey, look it up in Getty. That's where it's going to be. I thank you for. I'm being super respectful, and I'm saying thank you for letting me shoot you, but the picture's going to be on Getty. You need to look for it in Getty.
And you're shooting in the tunnel, which is the most hectic area, right by the food trucks. It's only the middle of the day, but you're already packed up and going, man. But I feel like you just hammered through like so many. I mean, it's amazing. I watch guys stand around bored, looking around, but you're like, every time I look over at you, you're either grabbing someone or you're shooting someone. How do you get to work that fast? Like, what is it?
Well, I've got a lot of assignments here. I'm shooting for the house team. So I'm doing this between assignments. So I got a very small window of time that I can do this. So I'm hustling. I need to get it as fast as I can. And I don't have time to waste time, change information and stuff like that. So, hey, thank you for shooting. It's going to be on Getty, and I got to go to the next guy.
What's turnaround like?
Well, it's going to be handed to an editor. I'm guessing within the hour it's going to be out.
That's how fast it goes. It's almost basically shooting the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there any time that you've just like completely had a meltdown because it's so busy in there, and you're doing this for a job? This is not a hobby. Yeah. So if you ever had a moment where there's like 6 lenses over your shoulder, jockeying for position, I call it side busting. Do you ever just lose it, or is there a secret to keeping it cool?
I mean, I like what I do. I like what I do. I feel very privileged to do what I do. It's hard work, and it's a lot of gear. It's a lot of carrying around stuff. But in the end, this is what I live for. So I don't usually lose it on the job. I'm also for hire, so I try to be as respectful and as professional as I can.
You never lose it that people are just kind of like crowding you while you're shooting a little bit?
I do. I just did, and I just packed up and left. I can't.
You got a lot, though.
It's just too busy right now. Yep.
So when it comes to that setup, did it take you a time to evolve it, or it's always been a go-to for you, the umbrella and the 2 rim lights?
So I did it for a job like 10 years ago. And I kind of that's the first thing I tried coming here, because I was like, I need to think of a setup that I know what I can bring. When I still did this editorial before I did it for the house team, and it just clicked. I just liked it, and I just ran with it. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to find spots here that are really good, because everything here is super clean, so everything looks kind of shiny. I want it to look gritty, and that spot looks really, really gritty. So
and you black out. You kill the ambient. You just light them hard.
I kill the ambient. I let the house lights kind of give like the kind of like structure, but yeah, it's mostly dark. You can see a little bit of the people behind, but it's mostly dark in my flashes.
And since you're so prolific here, do you feel like you've got a brand going on? Like some of the big cosplayers know to go to Roy?
They do, yeah.
Look at that smile. He's like,
They reach out to me like on Instagram. Hey, when you're going to be doing this? I try to answer as best I can, but I do it on the fly, so I don't exactly know the times I'll do it.
There's no scheduling for you.
I mean, there's scheduling for everything else, but not for that specifically.
So right now you've got to go to an office and drop the files, and then where do you go from there?
And then I'm going to go shoot the celebrities at the signing.
It never stops. So what's a typical day for you? Is it from like 10 to close, 10 to 7, or are you still going past the bell?
No, the typical day will be 10 to 7, yeah.
Yeah. And then after the con, it's just like on to the next assignment?
Yeah, mostly like entertainment stuff, red carpets, and any galas, and any red carpet stuff, any celebrity stuff.
Where can they find you if they want to check out what you're doing?
On Getty Images. My name is Roy Rochlin, Rochlin.
No social?
Oh, there's a social. If you type that at Roy Rochlin, you'll get it on Instagram and Facebook.
Trying to give these guys props, they just won't do it, especially when they're a hired gun. Roy, thank you. I'm so glad I got you here. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, please, can we be in the X-Men? No? Rude.
That shit is fire.
So in New York, you'll go to like the Coney Island Mermaid Parade, you'll go to like all these events, and there's always that one backpack guy. Look at this. So let's talk about this. I got Victor with me. What's up with the backpack? What do you think you're gaining out of putting your light that far up, that far back? What look are you going for? And is it something that you evolved or you just went for all the time?
So even though, let me just go back. Sorry, give me a minute. So I don't know if you could see, I look chunky. I'm going to go with fluffy, not chunky. But even though I look fluffy, people think that I have a strength in my arms. Nope, that's a lie. If I had strength in my arms, I'd be holding the light. But I have strength in my back because I'm a big guy. So I was like, you know what? What can I use that everybody has that I could put shit in the back? So I decided just to have a backpack, put a tripod, 2 cable ties, and a flash on top. Luckily though, thanks to Adorama's Flashpoint.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Flashpoint, they have an extension tube, and I have the bare bulb up there, so if I could be hands-free, have my camera with me, and then take a shot, or even put something in my back pocket.
So what are you gaining out of having it up overhead instead of because when you're doing the long arm, it's usually a 45 to the right or left. So are you gaining more symmetry? Are you looking for some style, or is this just like survive at all costs? I need good light.
Literally what you just said, survive at all costs. I wish, because put it at 45 degrees. I was like, bro, when it's here, if I put it any more down, it's gonna hit me, or I'm gonna feel like I'm wearing a hat. But yes, some people have suggested that. The only issue is that unless I have a protractor, I'm not going to know what 45 degrees is, by all means. But besides that, let me see if I can show you a few of my photos.
And you're shooting with a Nikon DSLR?
Yes, I'm shooting with the old D750. I love her, even though a lot of people are like, oh my God, go for the Z series. I still love her. I'm shooting with a Tamron 24-70. And let me see if I can show you one of my photos that I just took now. So she has gorgeous lighting, or I think she has gorgeous lighting.
Because what a lot of people don't realize is that in the lobby you have some really beautiful natural light, but outside of here it is soupy, yellowy green. It is bland. It's always bland. But I mean, I'm going to blow your mind a little bit. We're going to show this guy my articulating arm video where he could basically put that wherever he wants on the fly by just twist the knob, pull it where you want, tighten the knob, go shoot.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna change this guy's life. Where can they find your shots?
MayIPleaseStudio on Instagram. All right. So it's literally just spelled out MayIPlease Studio, and that's it.
All right, put the graphic down below as always. Go give him a follow, support the community. Thanks, man.
We're gonna put lights in it.
So So any photographer knows it's a two-way street, right? It's not just you shooting, it's who gets in front of your lens. And I ran into Catie and I was like, I think I know you from half a decade or more ago. Yeah, so we did it's been a long while. We did a headshot blitz in my studio, which I owe you new headshots, all right? So let's get that down. But every time I see her on Instagram, it's another outfit, another cosplay. And you put a lot into it. I mean, first of all, very creative, very nice. But what is it you look for on your side of things? When someone's here shooting, what makes you stop? Do you just stop for everybody because like you never know? Or is there people you look for because you've worked them before? What is it?
So I do tend to book ahead of time with some photographers that I know. Usually it's people that I feel comfortable with, people that I know will help make the best shoot possible, get the right kind of photos. And also just people that make me feel comfortable. When I shoot with a weird photographer, I don't go back with them. No. But if it's a regular just person I don't know, I'll tend to say yes to 1 or 2 photos and just say hi, grab a couple of photos with them and go for it and see. If I like them, I'll then make sure I follow them and find them again.
I think it's also a good place to try out with people because it's very public. What could really happen? You know, it's not like you go to a studio and going, hey, I'm in this van over here by the river. Would you come by and let me take some photos? It's not like that.
Yeah, if you end up with a creepy photographer, there's a billion other people here that you can like run up to and be like, hi, help me, I need help now.
But I think it also resonates because it's a community here and you'd be like, that person was weird, or here's someone who's really good, or...
It's so few and far between too. It's not common to find a photographer that I'm like, I'm really uncomfortable. It's usually just a quick few photos and I'm like, okay, cool, they didn't talk much, that's fine.
Do you ever wonder like where those photos go?
Always. Always. I will go on and just look up like New York Comic-Con hashtag or whatever convention it is and just kind of scroll through them. Like if I find me, cool, yay. If not, I'll never see those photos again.
Yeah, but that's a good lesson because a lot of people shoot and then don't tag anything and then it goes to like a nether world that you're not sure about. And there might be a weird moment that like you want it, or candid shots. You might not even know you're being shot here. We ran into a bunch of press photographers that just walking around getting more of the convention than the cosplayers.
Yeah, that's always the one weird thing I do find with people, whether a photographer or just some like a fan taking photos, when I'm in a photo shoot with a photographer and they're just one person standing behind taking the same shot. I'm like, you could ask me. You could ask. You could just say hi.
Yeah, we call those side busting, and we're like, yo, just give it a second. Like, breathe for a second. Like, you'll get it. I think you guys are very generous with your time and very generous with your attention, by the way. Like, you actually like, all right, whatever you guys get. But sometimes you get like 16 photographers in a row. Where do you throw your attention? You just go like, who do I know? Who will actually give me these photos? Is that how it goes?
Yeah, usually.
So
it's a lot of guessing.
What would you say is your like best tip for someone to be a green flag that you'd want to go shoot with them? If you've never seen them before and they're walking around, what's a green flag for you? What's like a vibe? Hard,
usually
right?
if they ask like consent beforehand, ask if I'm comfortable going to a different location. Usually it's a lot of consent questions at the top. And then also either asking for my username or having like a notebook to write it down. Whether they actually do find me after or not, but usually if someone's writing it down, I'm like, all right, at least you're going to try.
Yeah, no, that's key. All right, so it's not just getting the shots. Make sure they get the shots. Where can they find you?
Me, I'm TheGiftedFaker on Instagram.
All right, I'll put a graphic down below as always. Thank you. We got to get you new headshots. Let's do this. All right. Literal Hulkamania.
Hey, look out, Jason.
Love it.
Look out, Jason shot.
Here, come here. We're photographers trying to find the friggin' light, and we're right behind another photographer. Like this is what's going on, and then this is where we are. So in this ocean of photographers, I saw a pro photo flag of my guy Colin over here. This is my ringer. And what I mean by that is I know this guy slays. You saw him in the video from last year and you were doing amazing then. I saw how you were working and I was really glad that I saw you walking up, I think like 3 blocks from Adorama. And I was like, yo, Colin, what's up? And then you go and tell me, yeah, I'm trying to find gear. And so what happened now?
I mean, it was so fortuitous that we ran into each other. I was just going to get coffee. I was walking back 1 block to where I'm staying. And I swear, when I walked out of the coffee shop, I had a thought in my head. I was like, I wonder if I'm going to randomly run into anybody. Less than 10 seconds later, I hear, Colin!
Yeah.
Like, I turned around and I knew immediately. I was like, oh, you did that video last year.
Yeah, and you know what? Like we met at last year at with that video. We stayed in touch. I'm glad we did. I really am. I respect your work immensely. I think you do an amazing job. And I think the touch you bring here is this subtle undertone of fashion. You have this like beautification of everything you're shooting, rather than going for like, oh, it's horror, it's going to look like it's grime or whatever. But you just shot a dozer from Ghostbusters, which was amazing.
Incredible.
And you decided to throw the strobes away for a minute and use this amazing hard light that we got coming in here. What was the thought process there?
So we did a couple shots of her upstairs with a gray background, kind of very studio lit. We used the aperture tubes,
right,
which so gratefully came from Adorama, along with this beautiful. Look at that baby.
So he came from Atlanta with no gear and was going to go, I guess I'll figure it out. No joke, not even a camera, not a lens, nothing. And he throws down hard here, comes here for this. I'm sorry, like I'm disorganized. That is some next level. Like procrastinate. What happened, man?
I mean, I was very fortunate. I had another great meeting a couple years ago, and I met a lady named Lisa who works for Canon. And she saw one shoot that I did. I invited her there. She saw it and then said, let me know whenever you need a camera. So thank you, Lisa. We've got some good Canon what do I got? A R5 and 3 lenses. A 135, which I've been trying with the portraits, 24-70. If I could only take one lens anywhere, it would be that. And then trying out a 100 to 500.
Oh, wow. Okay. And the lights you got from Adorama.
And the lights all came from Adorama. I got
rentals.
The
rentals division.
Yeah. ARC. Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
So we got 2 ProPhoto B10X Pluses.
And you were using the A2 yesterday.
And yesterday we used the A2, the clip-on. That magnet was strong. That thing didn't move.
So one of the things about Colin that I appreciate is here, like I've been saying, you see guys set up and camp out. But Colin's constantly on the move, has people with him to basically hold his lights on poles, or knows when to put those lights away, which I think is important. Instead of getting the same shot every time or sitting in a comfort zone of, I know this light. You've been chasing the sunlight here. I think the shot you got against the wall was amazing. And if you'll notice in this B-roll, hopefully I got it, he was posing her in light that anybody could shoot, but they got those poses and the look of that shot because of you. What does that feel like? Are you like psyched you're helping other photographers out, or are you like, yo, that's my shot, what are you doing? I know.
That's a hard answer that's a hard question to answer. I would say I've gotten used to it here at Comic-Con because there are so many people taking pictures anyways, whether it's with cell phones, whether it's with nice cameras. And from the beginning, when we were setting up people outside especially, we'd put them on these posts. And within like a few minutes, there would be so many other people taking the pictures. Luckily, we had the lighting there. But I don't know. I mean, if you're going to do it.
My thing is be respectful. Don't distract the model.
That's right.
Don't talk over the direction you're giving. Like side busting, I got a whole video on. I'll put a link down below. It's usually not cool. At Comic-Con, it's a community type thing. It's usually all right, but just be respectful of the guy shooting that started the shot. That's my thing.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
And you've been working on a book. That's the whole thing. I think you've been working on this book for like, what, 10 years?
This is my 12th year shooting.
Jeez, man. Would you get... Is that procrastination or what?
Oh, I'm kidding. That just means I'm getting old.
When can we look forward to this book?
Hopefully in a year.
He said that last year. Just want you to know.
I said the exact same thing last year. I said, I'm going to shoot this till I die, but this is the last year for the book. And then, life gets busy and I didn't get much done, so hopefully this is the last year.
I gotta say, like,
you heard it here first, but also you heard it last year first.
Go check out last year's video if you wanted to see what's up with the book. But I gotta say, from one photographer to another. Watching him work, you can tell when he's here, he's 100% doing it because he enjoys these shots. He's not chasing a job. It's not a client. It's like, whoa, this looks amazing. Whoa, this person's amazing. I mean, you can really tell you get lost in it. I think once you get that, you'll always keep saying, one more year, you know?
Yeah, I hope this is the last year that I say one more year for the book.
So if you get the book out, is that it? Are you done shooting cosplay?
No, the book will be volume 1.
Okay.
So I would like to see what else is going on in the world in cosplay. I just started shooting Dragon Con, and that's incredible. New York will always be my favorite, though.
Yeah, NYC, what's up?
I started shooting it 12 years ago, or I've been to 12. I missed it 1 year, and I was heartbroken. But otherwise, yes, it's been a long time, and just trying to figure out how to get so many different types of shots, whether it's different lighting, different locations throughout here. There's a couple go-to spots, but because it's all mobile, like I've never set up a light. I set up a light stand once, but otherwise,
he's too honest.
Otherwise, we just do fishing pole style,
paint pole style.
Yeah,
but
we go fishing.
But I really appreciate that. Like, you're getting as much versatility and differentiation as you can. What's one tip you'd give to people that are coming here for the first time to figure out how they want to shoot this?
For one, it's overwhelming. It's the most stimulation you'll ever have. That sounded sensory overload.
So don't get discouraged.
Don't get discouraged.
Everyone's pretty friendly. I'd say you just got to come here and go for it.
Friendly, yes. And so the people that dress up, they want their pictures taken. I mean, they're dressing up to get seen. So that's awesome. One thing, I'll just take your time figuring out what you want that shot to be, how you want to light it, how you want to frame it, how the subject is going to be posed. When I'm shooting, there are so many micro decisions that I'm making about, like, you move the light an inch and it makes all the difference.
Yeah.
You have the model turn the head an inch, makes all the difference. And it's so many decisions in the course of one little shoot. And I always tell people, like, it's going to take a little bit for me to figure out the lighting, but then once we get it, I kind of show them, and they're like, oh yeah, all right, it's worth doing it, putting some time into it.
Yeah, you got to build that confidence that they have to want to shoot with you after you show them what you're producing. What I'll say, watching him, if I got to say a tip for him, is don't stray away from what's around you. A lot of people are setting up lights on stands and just kind of like staying in this area, and maybe they got that wall as a background. He'll take a post and make sure he uses that post for that specific character. He saw a Catwoman, got her on top of a post, right? He sees this amazing wall here in this room, he got the dozer against that. He sees a street sign, that'd be great for Spider-Man. Like, he's really using the space itself to kind of make the shot just that much more elevated, where, yeah, it's a convention, but it's also an environment. So that's what I'm going to be a mouthpiece for you.
All right.
I mean, listen, I'm going to put his social down below. Give this guy a follow. It's a shame he doesn't have a larger following. You got to wake up and get some posting doing, man. You got to get posting, bro.
I'm too busy.
Yeah, oh, he's so hardcore.
Too busy skateboarding. I'm going to work on getting more pictures up.
Shout out to Adorama for hooking him up with the gear. Thanks for hanging out with us, Colin. And seriously, follow him. And check out the video last year if you want to see what else he was up to. All right, so the sun is setting here at Comic-Con, which means it's going into after hours, which is actually a pretty cool moment at Comic-Con if you get a chance to come to this and experience it. But man, I am sweaty, exhausted, half incoherent, but I'm still going to go try to kick it to some of these hot nerd girls if they'll have me. No, seriously, it was a great year. I'm trying to close this video out. I can't even think, but I'm pretty sure I pre-recorded a closer when I was a little sharper in mind. So future Seth, just go cut to that. So I've somehow found my way into the press area. Go figure, I don't know, but I think I'm gonna leave it there. You guys get the point. So if you wanna see more of this, there was a video from last year with some more setups and what it takes to do this. But if you wanna do this and you've been wondering if you can, you can. You just gotta pick up your gear, get over to one of these things, Go be a human being, say what's up, treat people right, go shoot, look at those shots, evaluate them, see what you want to change, what can elevate, and keep going forward. It's up to you. And if you need a 24/7 support system, I've got a Discord link down below full of people that just want to do what you're doing, no toxic behavior, share some work, answer questions, whatever you want. Link is down below, there's about 1,000 members in there. And you can hit subscribe for more videos like this and follow my work at LastXWitness on Instagram, which is what I use primarily, especially stories. And I want to give a huge shout out to ReedPop and Comic-Con for hooking me up with this content badge. What I will say is I hope they kind of see this community as something that's seriously here, and maybe we can get ourselves an area for photographers, you know, a place where you can charge your batteries, plug in something, make sure your gear is safe, whatever. Maybe there's a photo badge system we can do. I don't know, but it'd be cool to see if this gets a little more legitimized and a little less guerrilla, and people can just get the shots they want, and, you know, the community builds forward and stronger, you know? I don't know. I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I'll see you down in those comments, hit like, all the stuff, and I will see you next time. Later.